Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. I hope you are all doing great. Uh, Today we will be discussing a topic named as API, the most asked topic, the most discussed topic nowadays in the today's generation. API, right? So first of all, API is nothing but an acronym for Application Programming Interface. Application Programming Interface, its full form is basically Application Programming Interface. It is simply a set of functions that are part of Windows operating system. These are set of functions that are part of Windows operating system programs. Programs can be created by calling the functions present in the API. You can call the functions of the API and create better programs with that. The programmer doesn't have to bother. Okay, here no more bothering system is there. Why he has to not bother about the internal working of the function? So why? But just knowing the internal working of the function, but just knowing the function prototype, basically the function name. Okay, the function prototype, because why we are saying prototype? Because the functions can be overloaded and overridden. So that's why we have to know the function prototype. Okay, what is the purpose of the function when you call the name of the function itself? That's called function prototype. Okay, there will be function aliasing problem. So to address that problem, we are calling this name as function prototype and return value. Okay, and as well as two things. One is function prototyping, second one is return value. He can invoke the API functions. Okay, API and return value. One can invoke the API functions. Okay, so with the just name of the prototype, you can invoke the function and it will return some value to you. That's what it is saying. After that, a good understanding of Windows API or Linux API or any other API would help you to become a good programmer of Android, Linux, Windows, or any other programming language, whatever it is. Any operating system you like, you can simply program that with the help of APIs, because these are one of the resources that are needed to code for Windows and so on and so forth. Windows itself uses the API to perform the amazing graphical user interface magic. Okay, APIs are mostly used for graphical user interface API based magic. Okay, because it is drastically great. Okay, in Python, in Java, mostly when you are creating graphical user interface based applications, you need an API. Because in the enterprises, okay, what you call standard edition, in the enterprise edition, or in the micro edition, okay, we have three categories, right, in Java. So in that also we used to have this Swing APIs. Okay, these APIs, they help you a lot to create the application in a faster and better manner. Okay, the functionality, you need not to write the code for that. Okay, you may need to write the code by yourself, that's okay. But if you are getting something predefined, why not use that resource? That's an API. Okay, Windows itself, so Windows APIs are of basically two categories. Presently we have two categories. In the it was at our time we had two categories. Nowadays it may be majority of categories. Okay, so like API for 16-bit Windows and 32-bit Windows. Okay, you might have 64-bit Windows or 128-bit Windows. and solar is compatible Windows, and so on and so forth. Okay, so there can be integrated Windows with other Windows. Okay, and virtual devices based virtual machine based operating systems. Okay, so the APIs will change according to that particular programming language and the advancements that happened in that programming language to develop that application. Okay, each of these have sub APIs within it. If you are in program Windows, if you are to program Windows, there is older versions that can be like 3.1, then you have to use Windows 16 API. Okay, if you are dealing with what do you call the old versions of Windows. Okay, so in that scenario you will be using Windows 16 API. The Windows 32 is not compatible with that. Okay, Windows 32-bit one is not compatible with that, but Windows 16 is compatible. Windows 16 API is compatible with the older versions of Windows. So if you want to develop operating system of older versions of Windows, you can use the Windows 16-bit operating, the 16-bit API. And we are having the latest Windows 11 and Windows 11. So for that the APIs will change. You have to know what are those APIs and start working on that. That will be beneficial for you. And Windows NT, you have to use Windows 32 API. Okay, Windows NT and Windows 32 API. So from the Windows NT version, which is like, I don't know the full form of NT. I want to know that. I will search that thing. Actually, okay, after that I will share that. I will write it down in the description what is Windows NT, the details, because we in India basically deal with mostly the common people. They deal with Windows 11. Okay, they don't deal with Windows NT and Windows Server and so on and so forth. Okay, so that kind of education's syllabus should be integrated with 10th and intermediate or ITI level COPA students or BTech level students. This will be like a hands-on real world work scenario for them. My personal suggestion to the Windows Office is this. So that's it, folk. That is all about APIs in Windows. Okay, we will discuss another topic in another session. Happy learning, folks. Happy teaching, folks. If possible, teach. If possible, make YouTube videos, social media videos, and become it's not just for popularity. You see, everyone can has the means not everyone, because the people below the poverty line might not have this phone with them. Okay, but the people above the poverty line or the middle class people, they have this opportunity. To be specific or to be right, they have this opportunity to what do you call explore or become popular with this technology. So I recommend you to not just become popular, but also educate some people, educate the people around you. I hope you learn well, you achieve something good, and that's it, folks. Our video ends here. Sayonara. We will see you in the next video, inshallah.